Hello, everyone. Happy holidays. Happy Thursday. Welcome to our weekly live. Welcome on LinkedIn. Welcome on Instagram and welcome on Facebook. I'm super happy to be with you today because our topic is really, really interesting for the holidays. Well, whoever is celebrating Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Whoever is celebrating Hanukkah, whoever has other traditions to celebrate, happy holidays for every and each one of you. And today we're talking about family gatherings and holidays because I know this is a super busy time of the year for everyone. You bought the gifts for everyone, you wrapped them, you cleaned the house, you had the decoration set on, you are like, you want everything to be perfect. Meal prep, lots of pressure and stress on lots of mothers and lots of women. And actually, like, it's fun time for kids. Lots of gifts are being given away. Happy holidays to you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for joining me. So it's a lot, right? And then it actually takes a little poison to kill. Maybe one of your very close relatives, when you are having your family gatherings, are kind of like to complain, blame, and deplete the energy out of you. Criticizes, compares kids to others. Like, there is, in each family there is this person, right? Does it make sense to you? So and I understand like how this could be depleting after the tremendous efforts you are doing, and how this could be like polluting the air in your house or wherever you are. So how can you protect yourself? This is what I would love to share with you today. Give you hands-on tools how to protect yourself in case you, so that you have, like a really fun gathering. Like, it's not like a drama, whatever situation. So first of all, let's understand something a little bit about relationships, okay? So your relatives are like blood. You are connected to them by blood, and this is kind of the relationship which are lasting forever, and they are the hardest one because in the close relationships like spouses, relatives, blood relationship, there is something that comes out in family gatherings called the pain body. Okay, it's just a term which is expressing the negativity living in every one of us. One second, I'll just take a sip of water. I hope you have your water with you as well. That's better. So it is like an entity, a negative entity living in each every one of us. And the secret about it is that it stays dormant. So it's not activated. It doesn't wake up like the cat. Whoever has a cat here on live with me, when cats are just like sleeping, but their ears are up, and any noise they will just like jump. Like you can watch them how they act. So you have this inside you. It's called the pain body. It's an entity feeding on negativity. What is negativity? Like blaming, jealousy, anger, hatred, unforgiveness. This is what it feeds on. That's why you find people who love to blame and love to complain and love to take about their bad health and their spouses and their problems. They have like people attracted to them, and this is because simply misery loves company. Right? But you can opt out of this, and I'm going to tell you today what you can do. So this entity, let's continue the story of this pain body that lives in each every one of us. It stays there vigilant, like it stays just dormant. And there are certain buttons created in each one of us, like, and each one, their button is different. Some people have like when you feel your partner is gonna leave you or maybe late for you, and you had like abandonment issue when you were a kid, like this gets triggered, like this pain body jumps on. Some people, like, it's different for each one, like the negativity that feeds on this body lives on is different. It's not one rule for all right? So when you find people, like, when it happens in, it always happens in very close relationships like family, and it does happen with partners, spouses, okay, kids, mothers, fathers, like the blood relationship. Because I said we have three types of relationships, and they are three encounters that you're going to have. All of us encounter them. Number one are accidental, but nothing is accidental. Example, like the people that you meet at the supermarket and you don't know, and you're not likely to meet them again. Or at the gas station, you're not likely to see them again, right? This is called like casual encounters. Okay, this is number one type of the relationship. Like when you're walking in a park at an event and there are other people you don't know, this is casual encounter. In this casual encounter, you can choose to criticize them, the way they look, the way they dress, the way whatever they speak, or you can just give them a smile. Well, your frown will just make other like people like feeling bad, and it's not gonna bring fun. So it brings the bad in other people, so you can just give them a smile, that's all. And this is casual encounters. Maybe you have seen somebody as an elder while they were shopping and they dropped their grocery bag, and you instantaneously will just run to help them pick it up because our nature is good. Your inherent nature is good. Okay. So we all like, we're geared to help each other. This is number one. Okay. There are other, like we call them the chapter relationships, meaning they are going to have this encounter with them for a certain period of time. Example, your friends when you were at school or university, or maybe at work for a certain period, and then you changed your work. Like maybe when your kids were little and you were going to teams and cheering for them, there were other parents there. Like it's just like, it's not permanent, it's the chapter. As well, in this relationship you have the ability to be like nice and to show your kindness and compassion. I'm not saying that like do this, but I'm telling you like this, you can do it easily when you kind of go through your own process of understanding relationships and go through your own healings to be able to be kind to everyone and fill your cups. And this is something I myself teach in a special program for relationships. So like after 6 weeks, people can really transform that, but it takes time to work on it. And it hasn't has to be for years, honestly, just 6 weeks. So what happens in this type of chapter relationship? It could be, by the way, as well, a marriage relationship. Because if you do not continue, or like you have a partner and you did not continue, it was a chapter. But so this is the type two. So it has a beginning and it has an end. But I want to share with you a little tip here about the chapter relationships, because nobody ever you have met in your life you ever forgets. Like the illusion of like, I'm gonna get rid of them and then I'm not gonna see them again. Because you people actually, if you do something wrong, how many times should you be like feeling guilty for it? Just once, right? Or punished for it just once. I mean, like, giving example to connect what we're talking about today. Okay. But you punish is not what is not honestly fair, and what is insane is you punishing you over and over and over in your mind for years and years and years, just by remembering the incident. And when you see the person, it triggers the event, and then you are there in your mind, in a flash of a second, you are there at the situation that created the tension between you. Okay. So this is type two of relationships. So that's why when we go through like in this relationship program I'm telling you about, I make sure that you release these people with ease and with love, because they're gonna stay with you forever. If you think about them later after 6 weeks, you will think about the good thing about them, and you are servicing you by doing that. It's not for them, it's for you. Because when you feel bad, certain chemicals in our body are triggered and they are acidic, and by time resentment creates cancer. And arthritis, for example, people who have arthritis is because they are so critical, even critical of themselves, so they get arthritis, like the blood kind of freezes. So all physical illness is connected to how you feel about certain people and certain situations as well. This is very important to understand. So whatever work you do, it's for you, it's not for them. It's for you to live better, to live fully, to live on purpose, to do whatever you love. Okay, guys? So this is like second relationship. And then the third type is the one we're talking about today, the long lasting one. Like, you cannot cut your family, like your blood, right? Your mother, father, kids. Are you gonna, like, if you want to stop a relationship with someone, but how about them? Are you gonna get rid of everybody? It's gonna get after you, the pattern you have, until you resolve it completely. Has to be resolved completely. All right. So it keeps on coming in different people. That's why people who is like, I talked to others before, and they label it as abusive relationship in their marriage or with their partner. And when they leave them, okay, without doing the work, what happens is that they have an abusive co-worker, an abusive manager, like somebody who's gonna like emphasize for them this pattern. It did not dissolve, so it's still there. It's gonna happen. They're gonna push their buttons, okay? But they did not create it. They just push your buttons. So this is the third type. So what can you do? Like, because I said in the beginning about the pain body, this negative entity that feels on negative emotions is really, really triggered in close, intimate relationships and with family partners. That's why when you go to like having this big banquet in 2 days, Merry Christmas to you, whoever is celebrating Christmas. For me, I celebrate this my baby, my birthday, so I'm a Christmas baby. So for me, Christmas Eve is really, really special because it's when I was born. So I really love it. Like I love it, and I love the spirit around this month. December for me is a festive month. So what happens then when you see them? Well, this whatever negative patterns are gonna be triggered, and they have been since your childhood. So they will be like somebody will be saying, oh, you have put on weight, and then you remember that you were always told like, watch your weight, you're fat, you're not like taking care of your body, and then you start feeling anger at them. So there are certain people you cannot, by the way, control what others are going to say or control the event. You cannot control if you go out and find like a flat tire. You cannot control if you have a child and he's sick. You cannot control if you go to work and see a frowned boss. You cannot control if you see people like shouting to each other like on the street. You cannot control any of that, but you can control how you feel about it and be in control of your emotions, because otherwise you will always be manipulated by others and triggered by others, and this equals a victim mindset. And victims do not create their reality, and victims cannot dream big, and victims do not achieve goals, because there is always circumstances, there is always other people, there is always somebody else outside them who's controlling how they feel. Does this make sense? Like, I hope this makes sense. Because so what can you do? So you cannot like stop your aunt from gossiping, or you cannot stop your mother-in-law from criticizing, or you cannot stop anybody. And maybe some of them, when you see them, it triggers inside you the flight mode. It's like the stress is on 100%, and you see someone who is just like, I don't feel at ease in their presence. Like, it's as if you want to flight, you want to run out of their way. So what can you do in this situation? If it happened, what can you do? So here is some few tips that you can do. First of all, you can do something which is kind of imaginary. Meaning what? It means that you imagine, okay, whatever they are saying, it's not. First of all, you have to build this belief. What others think of me is none of my business. Well, if they think I am fat, they have their own standard for slim people and ideal people, and that's how they see it. It's not my glasses that I'm wearing. I don't care. Like, what other think of me is none of my business. And this is very important. This is very important. This is very important, because if you let others' opinion of you build you up and build how you feel, then their criticism will knock you down. Just let this in. It will knock you down. So you are always waiting for someone to say something good about you or to admire you, so then you feel like you're building your self-esteem. You will always be manipulated by these people subconsciously, by the way. They do not mean that. I'm not saying assume bad intention about others, not at all. This is not going to serve you at all. I'm saying this is how you get manipulated. And even like you could be 50, 60, 70 years old, and the sound and the voice and the programming that you had as a child of being critical, you do not need the people who gave you this criticism when you were a kid. Now you have built it in and sealed it completely and stamped it. I am this and I'm not going to change. Does this make sense? It's not what they tell you, it's what you tell you. And this is what I actually love to build up with my clients over time. Short period of time, they build the positive and the cheerleader, the inner cheerleader, and this is how they become unstoppable. Like, they really become unstoppable. I love it. Okay, because it's your self-talk who's gonna build you up or knock you down. Because somebody can tell me you are ugly, I'll say like, I see myself, I myself like see Rasha as beautiful and I love her so much. I say like, okay, that's what you think, that's your opinion, thank you for sharing, but I don't know, like I know that I am beautiful, I don't need your opinion. Or I brush it off. It does. I don't care what they say because it's none of my business. It's as if I am on the street, my hair is light brown, and I can just like somebody would tell me, "Hey you with the hey you blondie," or "Hey you with green or blue hair." I will never look because I know that I don't have blue hair or green hair. Not saying that colored hair is bad, but I'm saying I know about me that this is not in me, so I'm not gonna look. So if they tell me like you are fat, or you are selfish, or you are mean, it's not what they told you. It's not what they told you. It's the button they pushed that was created years ago before they even opened their mouth. Take this in, please. Like, I mean, I want you to understand this because it will help you have a wonderful Christmas holiday. It will help you have a wonderful Christmas gathering. So, like you build like this stamina of like what other think of me is absolutely none of my business. Okay. If you cannot endure it and you feel tension is building up inside your body, leave the place a little while. Go to the washroom as if you're washing your hands. Go like take a walk if you can take a walk outside. Go like do the dishes. Go do something that will dissipate this building up negative energy inside you, which is building up from the presence of this person. Just go do something else. Distract yourself at this moment. Do yourself a service and distract yourself. That's another tool you can do. A third tool, you can imagine yourself as if you are surrounded by, like, like when you are an astronaut or you're wearing like an astronaut suit and you're surrounded by a big balloon, a big halo. Like, imagine that you're surrounded by a ball of light, and this ball of light, what whoever is trying to dart at you their negativity, you're just pushing it away. You're just pushing it away, saying, "Not for me, not for me. I'm not letting it in." I'm like this white light, as if it's just pushing, like pushing any negativity away from you. Okay, so these are three tools you can use in over the Christmas. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm sorry I cannot see your name, but thank you for your kind wishes for my birthday. I love it. Everybody's celebrating this time of the year, and for me, it's the month of giving and loving and giving whatever I can for others. So I really love it. And on this occasion, by the way, I'm gonna declare for you that towards this, like the last week of the month of the new of 2022, and that's like have really a good start to 2023. Because the problem with most people is that they head into the new year not knowing what goals they want, or like what are the criteria to create big goals, and they dream really small based on what they think they can afford or what they think they can do, but not understanding the potential available for them. This is one thing very, very important. I'm like, that's why I am on the 30th, which will be a Friday, and it will be December 30th, like a day before the New Year's Eve. I'm gonna have a boot camp for goal setting. It's gonna be like 5 hours. It's gonna be so much fun. There will be break rooms. There will be like breaks as well, dancing and energizing, and it's gonna be lots of fun because I want to, like, the end goal of this boot camp is for you to come out with a clear plan for clear goals in four major areas of your life. Because you know what? As long as you are breathing, you keep on generating results in 2023. So why not? So the results can either be like focused and you created them and they are done with intention, or you can be subject to other people. It's a great mental challenge, self emotion, and how we react. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, you know what, like that's why I have this program for relationships and how to do it. It just takes 6 weeks to do it. And this boot camp I'm just telling you about is full of value because it will give you four major areas. How do you want to see your relationships over the 2023, to set the goals for them, over your career. It will be as well including your fun time and your vocation, meaning what do you do to serve others. So like four major areas like in your life. If you do not start it on purpose, and if you do not know what you need to do or how to set the goals and have a clear map and how to break them down so you see the results by the end of 2023, then you will be just like on kind of distracted. You will be drifting. You will not gonna be like feeling I achieved any results. or any goals. And most people, honestly, they quit on their goals after a couple of weeks or 3 weeks of the year. And when they don't see the results, because they don't understand what goals really are. And I'm going to explain it in details during our boot camp. If you want to, please let me know, because I'm gonna send you the link so that you can join us, and you will have access to the replay as well. So it is, but like, you have to be there in person, because we're gonna work together. You're gonna come out after 5 hours. Don't tell me 5 hours is too long. It's gonna be, there will be breaks there will be lots of fun. Because are you gonna like invest in yourself 5 hours, or would you have another year on autopilot getting the same results where you are right now, and not creating anything new, and not multiplying your income, for example, and not having like wonderful relationships with your loved ones? Like investing 5 hours in yourself and for you is gonna be for you, totally about you. And I'm gonna be answering questions as well during this 5 hours, because I want you all to come with the plan and start implementing in 2023. So if you want, please let me know. I would love to share that with you. And there are lots of people who are going to be like high achievers attending with us, people who really want to take their life to the next level, who wants to live on purpose. They are tired of just like living on other people's agenda, like going like in a loop. I'm gonna like, okay, what other like, oh, what plans you have for me? Or we're gonna like, you don't have purpose. It's not good. It doesn't feel good. How to live your new year with intention, have clear goals, and take steps, steady steps. Will come with that plan together, and it will give you the clarity. Even if you don't know how to set goals, you will know on that day, and you will have the clarity to pick your priorities, and you have the clarity to take action steps, start the year fresh, and really start achieving results in your life. I teach this in all my programs, but I decided I'm going to have a condensed one day, 5 hours. It will be Friday, December 30th, and it will be at 11 a.m. Canada time, EST, Eastern time. Okay. And then it will last for 5 hours. We'll be done by 4 p.m. Canada time, so that you have the rest of the evening to do whatever you need to do for the following day. You have the rest of the evening getting ready for the new gathering, and maybe you have a family gathering, and then you have some tools as well, what to do when you are in their presence, and how to protect yourself and protect your loved ones. And it's always about starting with you, because like even on the planes, you know what, you put the mask first, the oxygen mask first, before you put it for your kids or the person who needs your help, right? So you have, it all starts with you. When you know how to protect yourself, you'll model it to your loved ones, you'll model it around you, and people will really, really start responding to you in way different ways. All right. So I'm super excited. Like I'm just like got to the questions about like what are we gonna do. I gave you today 3 tips. Number one, you can just like, if you have the stamina of this is not for me, what other think of me is none of my business. This is a strong one. The second one is that you can leave a little bit, go wash, go do something, go to the washroom, go talk to somebody else, take yourself out of the situation, away from it, meditate, walk, just pull yourself out of them a little bit. And the third one we said is, who is gonna write it for me? You're gonna imagine like as if you are surrounded by a ball of white light, and whoever is trying to give you negativity is as if it's darting it out, like the cartoon, like Star Wars, like it's not for me. You're Iron Man, as if you're wearing Iron Man suit. Okay, so I'm super grateful for every one of you who was able to attend with me here live today. I'm super happy to have you, and we are heading for a strong boot camp on Friday. I hope to see most of you there, and you'll have your goals all set for 2023. Lots of love for every one of you, and a big kiss to every one of you. Bye bye. Have a great day.